Why did Jungkook suddenly cry so hard in public? What made him so emotional that he had to be embraced tightly by Jimin? This shocking moment happened while they were in the United States, and armies around the world were left stunned. It all started at a private event in Los Angeles that initially seemed ordinary. Jungkook and Jimin appeared with smiles, dressed casually yet stylishly in their signature fashion. But everything changed in a split second. Witnesses at the venue claimed they saw Jungkook's expression shift from calm to overwhelmed. Within moments, he broke down in tears, sobbing, and was quickly embraced by Jimin, who seemed to be comforting him. What really happened? There's been no official statement from HYB or any of the BTS members. But speculation is everywhere. Some fans believe Jungkook's tears came from the emotional weight he's been carrying, perhaps about the group's hiatus, missing the stage, or the immense pressure of navigating this transitional phase of his career. Others think the moment wasn't rooted in sadness, but deep gratitude. Rumors spread that Jungkook had just received some important news, possibly relating to BTS's full group comeback in the future. If true, those tears could have been a release of relief, thankfulness, and pure joy. One thing is certain: Jimin's hug wasn't random. Fans noticed how Jimin whispered something to Jungkook and how their hands held each other tightly, as if saying, "You're not alone." This moment was captured by several fans and instantly went viral on social media. Hashtags like hashtag Jungkook crying, hashtag Jungkook moment, and hashtag We Love You Jungkook shot to the top of trending topics globally. ARMY reacted with a mix of emotions: sadness, empathy, and pride. Sad, seeing Jungkook so vulnerable. Proud, because he had the courage to express his emotions publicly, and even prouder because he has someone like Jimin by his side. Something major happening behind the scenes? Are these tears the start of a new chapter for BTS? One thing's clear: beneath the glitz, the cameras, and the spotlight, Jungkook is still human. And this moment reminds us all that even global stars sometimes need to cry and be held. In the hours that followed, platforms like X, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram were flooded with clips and images of the emotional moment. Armies from all over the world began sending messages of love and strength, making "You Are Not Alone Jungkook" trend within minutes. But one particular detail intensified the emotion. A faint audio clip from a fan close to the scene captured what Jimin whispered: "Gwenchina, you've been strong enough today. I'm here." That simple sentence shattered hearts across the fandom. After all, behind the glamour and achievements, Jungkook, who always seems strong and unshakable, showed a side of himself rarely seen. And Jimin, known for his compassion and warmth, once again proved that the bond between BTS members isn't just professional, it's family. Korean media began covering the moment, calling it the most human moment of a global K-pop idol. A Seoul Entertainment journalist wrote, "Jungkook's tears aren't weakness, they're strength. He's showing the world there's nothing wrong with feeling, even under the spotlight." Further rumors emerged. Perhaps Jungkook received a letter from a loved one, possibly family or a fellow BTS member currently serving in the military. Though unconfirmed, the theory added even more weight to the idea that the tears came from emotional release and deep love. HYB hasn't made any formal comments, but a senior staff member was seen liking a fan post that read, "Jungkook cried because his heart is too big to hold all the love he receives." A subtle gesture that only deepened the belief that something meaningful had occurred. In the days since, the fandom has only grown warmer and more united. Many armies began sharing personal stories of how BTS, especially Jungkook and Jimin, helped them through tough times. Fan-made art, poetry, and original songs flooded social media, turning the emotional breakdown into a global wave of support. One video edit compiling moments between Jungkook and Jimin since debut garnered millions of views. Comments like "We'll always have your back, Jungkook," and "Thank you, Jimin, for being our Magnay's safe place" filled the replies. Meanwhile, pop culture analysts link the moment to broader discussions about mental health in the K-pop industry. Jungkook's public tears became a powerful symbol, one that exposed the intense pressures idols face behind the scenes. Some armies revived the virtual movement hashtag Protect Our Idols, urging more emotional support and understanding for idols who sacrifice so much for their fans. A day later, Jungkook posted a short update on Weverse. "Thank you for always being with me. I'm okay now. Sending hugs to all of you." Within minutes, thousands of supportive comments poured in. One fan wrote, "If you ever need to cry again, don't hesitate. We'll still be here, waiting for your smile."
And Jimin?
He remained silent. No post, no video. But his silence spoke volumes. That embrace had already said it all, proving that even in a world of spotlights, Jungkook has a place where he can cry. And that place is in the arms of a friend who will never let go. Days passed since the emotional moment, but the impact remained strong. Major outlets in Korea and the US ran stories on it. Headlines like "A Rare Public Breakdown from the Golden Magne" and "True Brotherhood Caught on Camera." Jungkook and Jimin moved the world dominated media feeds. Experts and psychologists commented that the moment wasn't merely emotional, it was transformative. It showed the human cost of global fame and reminded audiences everywhere that idols are not immune to pain. More touching still was how ARMY handled it. Not with panic, not with drama, but with love. The global fandom became a virtual safety net. Online events, charity donations in Jungkook's name, and letter-writing campaigns blossomed, each one echoing the same message: "We see you. We love you. Take your time." Then came the small, yet telling, development. Jungkook reportedly canceled a private schedule the day after the event and stayed longer at the hotel. Some sources said Jimin stayed too, delaying his return to Korea. Fans speculated this was a moment of recovery, an intentional pause to breathe. Others linked the event to a possible new project, perhaps a deeply personal album or solo song, something reflecting vulnerability and raw truth. If so, the tears might not just mark pain, but the start of a powerful new era in Jungkook's artistry. But beyond all the rumors, what truly lingered in everyone's mind was the sincerity of that hug, the softness in that breakdown, and the silence that followed, respected by all. A few days later, Jungkook finally returned to Weverse. No caption, just a photo of him sitting on a balcony, staring at the sunset. That was all it took. Comments flooded in. "You don't have to smile for us. Just rest. We love all parts of you, even the broken ones. Thank you for trusting us with your tears." This is the bond between BTS and ARMY, not just about fame, charts, or music. It's about seeing each other, holding each other. Without asking why, old photos of Jimin and Jungkook resurfaced, young, laughing, leaning on each other. Fans saw those moments differently now, because they understood the history behind that hug, the years of growing up together, the struggles, the quiet conversations, the unbreakable trust. A clip from Break the Silence went viral again, where Jimin says, "When I see Jungkook cry, I feel like my heart tears apart. I want him to know I'll always be there for him." That night in the US, those words became real. Jungkook may never explain the full story behind his tears, and he doesn't need to. Because one hug from Jimin and one collective silence from millions of ARMYs has already spoken for him.